Target training is a great way to clarify communication and shape behavior in clear, gentle ways. It's often paired with positive reinforcement and is exactly what it looks like here. You're teaching your horse to make contact with a specific item. Once they understand this ask, you can move the item in various ways to help them learn new movements and behaviors. Because our horses are aging and are not in regular exercise programs, it's important that we still create opportunities to care for their physical health and fitness. Today, I'm working with Drifter to improve our conversation, but also help him stretch and flex his body, which is starting to get sore as the weather gets colder. At the beginning of the clip, you may have noticed me try to get Drifter to touch the target between his legs. This is a great exercise for some deep stretching of the pole, neck, and spine, but this guy isn't super thrilled about me poking around his legs and feet like that. So I've stepped back into smaller, simpler asks to help shape his behavior in a way that he's more comfortable with and understands. Notice how he's keeping his body away from me? He made this shift when I first attempted to target through his legs. This is his way of saying, I'm not comfortable enough yet. And me staying in front of him shows him that I respect that. And we can keep working like this for now so he can keep a clear visual of this giant scary stick I'm waving all around him. Your horse's brain is not processing at the same speeds or in the same way your brain is. So holding space for them to consider and choose their next step rather than forcing them through fear or harsh equipment creates an optimal learning environment for them to actually retain the information and hold a conversation rather than just react to your cues out of fear. At this point, we've been targeting all over the place, and I want to shift and try to make contact with his body again. But instead of just jumping right into that, I'm going to make sure we're both ready because I know he was already concerned about it before. This is where we take a little co regulation break with a little shake, blowout, and walk to somatically move any tension or energy that may have been building during the previous tasks. And I say, hey man, I still see you. After our grounding walk, we spend a few moments refreshing things he's super comfortable with, and when I think he's ready, we try the legs again. This time, success! His initial uncertainty is short-lived, and he stands nicely with me, trying to figure out what the heck this weirdo is trying to ask me to do now. It's not perfect, and it's not pretty, but it's a big step that we can keep building off in lots of different ways now. After multiple positive responses, I shift back to something he knows very well, which is touching the target when it's out in front of him and visually and physically easy for him to access.